We are in Fakarava and we're about to sail in a northwesterly direction to the next atoll called Toau.
We're off to the next atoll, just to the north of Fakarava. Early start because the slack tide is at 6:36 this morning, so we need to catch that, and it's about an hour's sail or boat over there. The kettle's going, so I'm going to go and grab that.
Okay, we'll have to do a retake shortly.
Yeah, that was good. That's
And she's back.
So yeah, the weather's looking good. Nice flat seas, hopefully a nice calm passes. We haven't done 2 hours pass before, so everyone says to keep to the left, so we will do what everyone says and hopefully be anchored by lunchtime.
So, an early start, like Claire said. We're all feeling a little bit sleepy. No? Yes, but we've got some coffee on the go, and that will help us. And we'll put all our life jackets on just as we go through the pass to make sure we're safe. Check all the hatches are closed. And then once we're out there, we'll put the fishing rods out and hopefully catch ourselves a nice big tuna for the next 10 days that we spend away from Fakarava. So we're coming up to Fakarava North Pass now. It's 6:21. Slack was, I think, at 6:36, or is at 6:36. So we've had a look through the binoculars. It looks pretty calm. It's difficult to see from here, but we are going to make our way into the pass, and we can always fill the sail and turn around if we get close and we see it's a bit nasty. But I think we're going to be fine. So that's ahead of us. We've got our life jackets on, and the boys are still in their cabins sleeping. They may soon get a wake-up call, but we are about to go through the pass. So we're going to keep here on the right hand side of the channel. It looks a lot calmer than it potentially is further over to the center of the channel. We can see some little white caps over there, so maybe the water's a bit unsettled over there, but we are going through now at what should be perfect slack tide. And we can just put the camera down for a while and make sure we get through here safely. We've got both engines on and we've got the genoa out, so we are at the moment quite committed to going through. Right, we're just about to enter the pass. We've got about another 250 meters to go, and then we're going to be in it, and we will be going straight out the other side, hopefully in slack tide, and making our way to Toau. So the weather is looking good. We've got the sun just come out from behind a big cloud behind us, so we've got good visibility at the moment. You can see the shallow waters, and hopefully we'll have a nice sail out there today. So this definitely looks like the way to do the Fakarava North Pass. So if you stay on the right hand side as you exit the North Pass, the water is far calmer here. Obviously if you've got a monohull, keep a little bit further offshore, but at the moment we're in 17 meters of depth. And yes, it's very flat over here on our port side, just going more towards the center of the channel. We can definitely see the white horses over there, but it doesn't look too ominous really. Depth 12.9 meters. So Claire's on the bow there, keeping an eye out, looking for any signs of very shallow water. There's some fish going crazy here on our port side. Look Claire, look at the fish. Shark and something. A few sharks just munching on something. So we're in the middle of the pass. In fact, we've just come through the pass now. And there is a slightly lumpy sea here, but it's more of a ocean swell, I think, hitting the seabed. So it's not the short steep chop that you'd get from the wind over current effect. And where we are at the moment, I'd say it's pretty calm, pretty flat. Just seen some sharks feeding, which is quite exciting, and the dive boat's gone out in front of us. So a hive of activity here this morning. Wind is on the beam. So we're going to get a bit further out before we put the mainsail up, and then we will make our way straight to the next atoll. So we're 1 mile away from Toau, and we've got a squall that's just arrived on our port side here. So the wind has picked up by about another 6 knots, which is fine. And we're going to go in the pass just a little bit earlier, so we've got some current with us going in, and we've got the wind going with us as well. So it's wind with current. So there shouldn't be any short steep waves, and by the time we get there, this little cloud should be away from us, and the wind should ease again, so we should have a nice safe entry. Although it's only 15 knots, but it has changed the wind direction a little bit, so it'll be nice to have just a steady wind direction when we go through this pass as well. So we're arriving at Toau now. We're just going to enter the pass here. We've seen a boat come out, a small little panga, a fishing boat. And looking at his motion as he came through here, looked fine. So we're going for it as well now. Doing 3.8 knots over the ground, and we're doing 2.2 through the water. So we've got current with us going in, which is what we expected. And that should create a smooth entry. So let's see what happens. So that's, well, what's the depth now? Okay, it's 10 meters deep here. Great visibility of the bottom. And we still got to go through the pass entrance. It's just on our port side here, and obviously on our starboard side too. And it should get down to about 8 meters.
We make it through the pass and we're safely within the atoll now.
So we're just going past the second pass entrance over here, and you can actually see the current coming into the atoll just on our port side here. So I'll show you. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but the water's just a bit unsettled here. So we're getting pushed across to our port side a little bit by this current, which is fine. And give it another 300-400 meters and we'll be out of it. And that's the second pass entry over there. Quite unsettled waters.
We slowly make our way to our planned anchorage, enjoying the calm blue waters inside the atoll. I have to keep a close eye out for any bommies. The anchorage is located alongside a house. As soon as the anchor is down, we head off to explore.
We spot some people on the beach, so we decide to go in a bit closer to say hello.
Bonjour! Definitely want to go ashore just now and have a look around. But if we go on the beach further down in front, guys, then we can walk all the way back here and have a look, alright? We are in paradise again, I think. We have been for some time now, but this is a seriously beautiful place. And we are going to go and explore ashore, see what we can find. I think this is too shallow now. Hey? Nathan's checking the depth for us, and it's 1 leg deep. One Nathan leg. We are swimming ashore. No, we're not.
Why not?
Because we can't see anything around it. And we want to go and say hello and make sure these people are okay with us being here. So yeah, had a little swim out from our dinghy, which was quite nice and refreshing. The water here is so warm, but it was a nice swim nonetheless. And there are some nice fish around here. I'm just going to go and say hello to the locals in front of us. That is a very big crab. Morning! Bonjour!
Yeah, so you're up early, hey? To go out.
The dogs also come to welcome us, tails wagging, which is a relief.
It's wagging his tail. Bonjour.
This area is where Luis and his wife spend their days. It's open to the elements, but well equipped with places to sit and fridges and freezers. Look at that incredible view they've got.
Everywhere you look, you can see how sustainably these people live, including the large water tanks to collect rainwater off the corrugated roofing.
We also meet Massimo, an Italian sailor who is helping the locals with their land. Massimo wastes no time and shows us around the area.
Yeah, look at that. And these are aubergine, or?
Yes.
Eggplants, wow.
That's where they do their coconut husking. Oh, beehives. Don't want to upset the bees. Lots of work goes on here. They got big solar panels with a big inverter so that they can run. They've got freezers underneath their living quarters there. This is where the young chickens live. So when it's time for the chickens to come back, they come back okay?
Hello.
No problem.
Do you have to count them each night? You can't? To check? No. It's a bit difficult, eh?
It's just one is possible to see because it's without tail.
Okay.
We make our way along the cleared path, and it seems that they have animals around every single corner.
Did you fall out of the tree? I'm talking to the goat. He fell out the tree.
Yummy. This one's the crazy one.
Is this? He was
He doesn't
calling.
let that one have any
Is he the male? Is he the one getting the horns? Looks like. Oh, the one is busy laying still there, look.
Now we
More chickens. And these ones are laying lots of eggs, which Luis sells to sailors or he takes them to the shop in Fakarava. They also sell their honey, which tasted incredible.
You want to play? Oh no.
Well, she wants to play as well.
Here is
Hello. Hello.
Whoa.
Come on.
There are also two pigs, one called Francoise and the other one called Miss Tahiti. Massimo has let Francoise out of her pen to come for a swim on the beach.
We have time, don't worry, Massimo, we can wait for her.
Come
on! Come on! Come, Piggy! Come, Piggy! Oh, when she moves quickly, hey? Yay! Swimming piggies! But she's been in the mud.
It's like an oil slick down here.
Oh, she's going to do a poop. Yo, she likes that. Look, she gets a nice belly rub now, Nathy. Oh!
Yeah.
Come on. Hey.
She's got something in her mouth.
Come on.
I love the way the pigs just do whatever they want. They go in the water when they want. Pig Island. Mana's sitting there nicely. She's like, there's no food on this island. I'm not sure if I like it. Hello. Hello.
Francoise is an amazing pig, and we all feel that it would be great to have a pig as a pet.
Whee!
With swimming over, it's time to try and get Francoise back into her pen. Not an easy task, but Massimo knows she loves coconut, which makes it easier.
Oh, she's coming.
Yeah.
Maybe your accent's sharp.
Oh, there we go. Maybe you keep some. Ah, there we go. Well done. And she's like, hey, hang on. It's not open.
I think she knows what's going on now.
We make our way back to the beach to enjoy the amazing view.
Dylan's super excited. He's been invited spearfishing with the daughter's boyfriend who's staying with them at the moment. He goes out every day to catch fish, and he's invited Dill to come along. So so they take this little yellow boat out with them and put the fish in there so that the sharks can't get them. Well, the sharks don't come, I'm guessing. That's a great little device. I wonder if they make it or whether they buy it like that. A little rocket. Camera. Right, good luck. Do you want to put it in there, or do you going to?
I'll just bring it, it's no problem.
Okay.
No, I can carry it.
Whether they were groupers or trevally, I don't know.
The boys get themselves ready, fins and masks on, and make their way out into deeper water. We wait patiently, teaching the dogs how to paddleboard.
These are the boys spearfishing here, Dylan and his friend, and they tow this little yellow boat behind them. So any fish they do spear, they quickly put into that little yellow boat, which is a great setup because it means the sharks don't suddenly come around you and take whatever it is that you've fished. Works very, very well.
Well done. Good fish.
Il y a les autres qui se rassemblent, qui sont plus.
Oh wow, that's great, eh? No, that one? That's a snapper?
That thick.
Ah! Stand together, guys.
Yeehaw!
Oh, well done. That's great, eh? Where's he gone?
I think it might be still alive.
Here he comes. He's desperate to eat that, eh?
Ma, shark coming your way?
Shark coming our way.
Here he comes.
Oh, that's it. Which one's the big one?
After a great day ashore with Massimo, Luis and his family, we make it back to Mokara to relax.
It's an incredible place. We anchored just in front of some locals' house and we've been ashore a few times. They're incredibly friendly. And the boys pretty much spend the whole day there, every day, feeding pigs and looking after goats and chickens, collecting eggs, all sorts of things. And they've also got 2 dogs, so the boys disappear early in the morning, spear fishing and fishing with them, and come back as soon as they're hungry, which is only at about 3 o'clock. And come back to the boat and feast, and then fall asleep shortly after dinner. So it's a beautiful sunset here this evening, and that's really what I wanted to show you guys, was what that looks like. Actually, I might be a little bit too late now, but take a look at that. It's been a slightly squally day today, so we've had the odd rain shower come through here with a bit of wind as well, and the sunset is just absolutely incredible, and it's such a treat to see this, especially with the rain clouds, the dark clouds in the background. It's made for such a beautiful setting. And this evening, or late this afternoon, when the boys came back on their paddleboard, they got a bit of a surprise, because they were basically paddling back from the owner's house, which is, let me just see, it's just over there in the distance. And they were paddling back from there, and a sailfish jumped out of the water, probably about 300 meters in front of them, or to the side of them, which Claire and both the boys saw. So that's something quite unusual, I guess, here in the atoll, to have a sailfish like that. And Dylan's just fishing off the bow over here. Have you caught anything yet? A houndfish? Oh, crikey, a houndfish is not good. Oh, a shark's coming. Oh.
What am I meant to do? I need some help there. Oh, the shark's going to get it. No. What's our plan?
Don't know, you need to take him to the back and unhook him. Shark.
Dylan unhooks the houndfish, which darts off quickly before it becomes shark food.
So if Dylan causes trouble on the paddleboard, Nathan gets his ice cream today. Oh, Dill, this must be hard for you. Notorious paddleboard troublemaker. Right, the boys are going ashore, and they're hopefully going to swim with the pigs, so we need to get ourselves ready as well. Can you believe it's actually raining right now?
Claire and I take the lazy mode of transport to shore, where we are welcomed by the dogs, Massimo and Luis.
Morning.
The boys head off on a fishing adventure. It seems that Luis has tasked the boys with filling his freezer with fish.
Yeehaw! Nice one.
This is what happens to your fish if you don't get it off your spear quick enough and into the small yellow boat.
Shark ate it.
Nice one.
And another one taken by a shark, otherwise called the taxman.
We go just following Massimo around here. He's feeding all the animals today, as he does every day. Pigs next.
Whilst the boys are busy, we catch up with Massimo to see what he's up to.
As you can hear, the pigs are excited to be fed. Even Miss Tahiti gets out of bed for the occasion.
Oh, watch out, Piggy. No, no, no.
Francoise lets us know that she's getting impatient.
Oh, watch out, Massimo. Don't get a shock. Angry as hell, hey?
Oh, she's jealous.
Sure, they know it's food time. Back you go.
You want to come in?
No, it's cool, thanks.
Dai, andiamo, forza, camminare.
And that's just coconut husk, not husk, coconut meat being thrown in there for the chickens. Look at that, absolutely love it.
Claire and I take the time alone to go and explore this incredible part of the atoll.
Yeah, they look like they are man-made, but they are coral, perfectly circular coral bommies. Purple and yellow ones. Wish I had the drone. The heart-shaped one. Lovely. And nature is just so amazing. Like grows in swirls.
We discover some old houses, which are no longer occupied. How
Yeah,
can
looks
anyone
like
move
no one
away from
stays
this
here anymore.
place?
There are only 14 inhabitants on this whole atoll. Apparently we were speaking to Luis yesterday and he was saying actually the population's going up. They're having more and more families moving here, whereas before there only used to be 4. Fantastic little house. Must be the bedroom. It's a nice little house, eh? Coral floor.
Imagine buying something like this in the Mediterranean somewhere.
And doing it up.
Unaffordable.
Must be the main living area. Little shelf. Also another bed. Very cool in here, the wind and the breeze coming through. Must get rather noisy. So all the windows in French Polynesia, well, in the atolls here, they don't have any glass, or they have these shutters which they open up with a stick, and then I'm guessing if a storm comes they just close them up so that the wind doesn't come through. And then they use the roof to capture all their water. Normally they'll have like some guttering on the end which goes into a water storage tank, and then they use that to do all their cooking and bathing and washing and things. I wonder why this one, obviously the family that lived here has moved out, moved to Fakarava for a more convenient life. Sad. Luis was also saying that the Polynesian language is being lost more and more now because it's now being taught in school, but there was a period in the Polynesian history where it was not taught in school. So there's a whole generation of Polynesians that don't, well, mostly probably in the Society Islands, that don't speak Polynesian. They speak French and English probably. So he says in a few years' time the Polynesian language will probably not exist here, which is quite sad. Look at these beaches, just incredible. What a place to live. Shows you how little we need in life. In the Western world we all think we need more. Bigger houses, lots of space, but these guys just live under what we would call a little carport. So just a tin roof, 4 posts to hold it up, and they have their beds and everything under there and survive happily. And they're not needing for anything. They have everything: honey, eggs, pork, fish. They have a boat, so they obviously have money. They make money by selling their eggs and their honey and their pork and the coconuts. So all these coconut trees that you see, they get the coconuts down and they farm the coconuts, and then a boat comes and picks up what they call copra, which is the coconut meat inside the coconuts, which they scoop out and dry, and then they sell that by the kilo. And this company pays all the families that live on these islands for their copra, so that's why they all use the land that they have in the coconut trees to collect as much copra as they can, because they get money for it. And it grows on trees, so why not? That's beautiful, isn't it?
They do say some coconuts are better than others. I need to be careful, the wind's blowing and I'm standing under a coconut tree. So Luis was telling us that the coconut, there are different kinds of coconuts and some are good and some are bad. So you'll see some trees have the metal rings around them. I don't see any of them here. Maybe these trees aren't being farmed at all, but they have the metal rings around them to show they are trees being used for their coconuts, and so that the rats don't go and spoil the coconuts, because apparently the rats climb the trees and when the coconuts are very young they'll go and bite holes in the coconuts and ruin them. Then they can't do anything with them.
So this is the outer reef in Toau, and this is where Louis and his family sleep at night. It's upwind of all the mosquitoes and what they call no-nos, the small little bugs that bite you. So it's a bug-free sort of area. They get a nice breeze through their house at night and hopefully get a good night's sleep here. So we're on the outer reef in Toau now, and you can probably see behind me that the wind's blowing quite strong. Well, it feels quite strong, but it's probably only 15 knots. Some white horses behind us, looks a little bit choppy, and well, the plan is tomorrow that we're going to head back to Fakarava, so we're going to go out into something probably similar like this tomorrow if the wind carries on, and then we've got a couple hours of sailing down to Fakarava, and we're just going to go and pick up some more food over there, but it should be quite a nice sail. So we thought we'd just come out here this evening and have a quick look at what it's like, just to give us a little bit of a feel for what we might have tomorrow. See the eel down there? This is a house swap, we think. Yeah, they're fighting for the big shell.
So we were at Toau, and we are just said goodbye to the family that live here, Luis and his family. And we've had a fantastic time here, and his wife gave us this fantastically wrapped leaf package. It was wrapped more beautifully. So maybe you guys can unwrap it slowly for me. No?
I will do it. No, it's not.
What, it's not meant to be unwrapped?
No. Wow.
Oh wow, smelling flowers.
It's got lots of pollen.
Oh, smell them. They smell delicious.
I can smell them from here. That's what we can smell some nights, eh?
Yes. I haven't. So those are the ones that are in the. Where have you seen? I've seen these. They're on the beach side, like jasmine-y type things. Oh, fresh bread. Nothing better than nice warm fresh bread. We're taking this across to the locals to say thank you for having us here in the anchorage. I think that needs to cook a little bit more. So just made 2 loaves, one to take across. We're also going to buy some honey from them and some eggs.
It looks delicious, so we'll put that in the dinghy and off we go.
Yep.
Who are you cooking for?
Dylan.
Oh, that's very kind. I mean, what a brother. Eh? And what you making?
Cooking amazing food in this pan.
Scrambled eggs. Oh, in the mini pan. So Nathan has a pet gecko which went missing for a few days, or for a day, and he's just found it in the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
What's the latest news on the Liz front?
She's still on the.
It's a phony.
Found and did not get glued with epoxy
Did not
mill.
get epoxy milled to the tree. Alright, so yes, we do need to finish off the tree today. That's one of the jobs.
Where's the drill? We're off back to Fakarava, and our Christmas tree obviously needs securing, so we don't want it falling down in the middle of a path, so we've had to tie it to the table here. Put a string around the top of it to hold it down. We've put it in the cockpit. Hopefully it survives the trip.
So we've all had a quick breakfast, and we've had some of the delicious honey that we bought from the locals here, which was absolutely amazing. So I think we've got about a litre of honey. We did pay $30 for it, and well, we think that is money well spent for the time that we've had here with these people. It's been incredible. So Our plan today is to leave Toau and we're going to head to the North Pass in Fakarava. The wind has died down a lot from last night and yesterday, so I suspect there's going to be a fairly decent sized swell out there, more coming from the northeast than the southeast today, and it should make the pass exit a little bit more interesting. But yeah, at least the weather's cleared up and we should hopefully have a good sail, and we're ready to go. Claire's going to lift the anchor. Okay Claire, good to go. We always just put the engines into gear very gently. We don't accelerate the boat quickly. We let it build up speed, but we are only lifting the anchor at the moment, so it's a slow process going forwards. We keep an eye on where Claire is with the bridle, how much more of that has to come up before she needs to detach the bridle, and then we'll put it into neutral. So I think we need to go into neutral now. And the advantage now of having a floated chain is we can see where the buoys are in front. I can see exactly where the chain is going, so I can head in the right direction without too much of a problem. But on our chart we also have the exact position where we dropped anchor, which is something we always do. We always drop a pin as we drop the anchor, or when we expect the anchor to hit the ground rather. So if we're in 10 meters we wait 3 or 4 seconds before we drop the pin, so that way we know when we're directly above our anchor. I was just, well, I didn't say the perfect chain float, but we definitely floated our chain, and apparently it was a really good float. So there are coral heads here in Toau, so you definitely want to float your chain to protect the coral and to avoid getting snagged up, because when the wind changes here, the last thing you want is to be snagged on a coral head. So here we are arriving at the pass exit here in Toau. So the current's coming in at the moment, and we're going to motor out here. We're going to keep the genoa up. I was going to put up the mainsail, but I'd rather have a little bit more control of the boat going out of there. So no mainsail up. Everybody just close the hatches, double check those. You don't want to have any water coming over the front of the deck into the boat, so all the hatches are closed, and I think we will make a go for it over here. Yeah, my heart's pounding, but I'm okay. So we actually are here in outgoing current, which is not what we wanted. We are expecting quite a strong incoming. So on our port side here, we've got all the waves breaking. I've got the engines on, and we are heading as quickly as we can out of this current, because we don't want to go side on into that. So if we can just keep going forwards as quickly as possible. We are still doing 6.7 knots. And if we can get out of this, that will be great. And I must say I am quite, I can feel my heart pounding really at the moment. So I am nervous. Well, that's what we don't want to get into over there, Claire. That's really dangerous stuff. Nathan, can you go downstairs please, my boy? Yes, I am scared, to say the least. If I can be absolutely honest. You can probably see the camera shaking. We're quite close to shore on this side, as you can see, and then that's what's happening on our port side. That's one thing you don't want to end up in. But 8.6 meters of depth here, and sure, we're out. Goodness gracious me, wow. Well, that was a little bit exciting, to say the least. Look at that. Seriously, I'm busy, Nathan. Did that happen? No. So that is what you have to be absolutely careful of out there. That's when things go horribly wrong. But that did go alright. And this is the face of a relieved skipper. I think really on that one the Genoa helped us a lot to have that out, because we managed to keep the speed up to 6 knots. So I was going out sideways, but it still had enough momentum to get out of that strong current and away from those waves. Would I have preferred to have the mainsail up? I'm still not convinced. I want the mainsail up in case I want to change something halfway through. But anyway, that worked out quite well, really. much wood. So we're off. We're going to get the mainsail up and start sailing.
Luis and his family are very private people, and we respected their privacy by never filming them.
It's places and days like this that we need to pinch ourselves. These people are so far removed from what we are used to in the Western world. It's so hard to imagine our old life when we are here, racing around madly, working to pay for everything we have, and wanting more. Luis and his family appear to not have much. However, they are richer in both assets and contentness than we could ever be. This remote motu that they own is worth millions. Yet after chatting to them, it seems that they would never even think of selling it. They are happy with their simple, sustainable way of life and would hate to see this little piece of paradise of theirs turned into a hotel or private villa residence.
Of course, not all of French Polynesia is this way, Bora Bora being the prime example, having sold most of its land off to high-end resorts that only the rich can afford to stay in. We just hope that Luis and his generations to come keep their current way of thinking, and that the spoils of convenience and wanting more from our Western society does not creep in and turn this amazing place into yet another resort for us to holiday in.